morning, you guys. Welcome to another installment of Mornin Oats. I've got my oats, Team Oats, and I got my coffee. So let's start the discussion. Before I start talking, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that was able to get Team Oats and was able to, there were some reviews that I saw on YouTube, and you guys are just absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that you guys enjoy it and that you guys like it. If you guys don't know what the flavor is, people, I guess I haven't really talked about what the flavor is. It's peanut butter chocolate raspberry truffle is like the flavor. It's really good. I don't need to push it. I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate the support. So today, what I wanted to talk about was something that's very interesting to me and something that I've mentioned before on the channel, but I've never really dove very deep into it. So I figured I would just kind of let you guys know exactly how this came about. So what I'm going to be talking about today is how I kind of developed almost, I try not to say like it was an eating disorder, because I know that there's tons of people that have been through a lot worse things, and like their struggles with eating has been a lot worse than what I dealt with. But just for the sake of argument, went from having an eating disorder to where I am now. So basically, I feel like I've felt all the extremes of eating, you know? Eating insanely way too much, which was what made me obese, obviously. And then dropping my calories down way too low to a point where it was unhealthy, and I was literally like, every day it was like, this is getting crazy, to now trying, I talk about this a lot on the channel, is my main goal is to have a healthy relationship with food. So that's what I'm working towards now. So just let's go to the beginning of the story. Obviously, that's where you should start. So I had started losing weight, and basically what kind of happened in my head is I realized this is not right, but this is what I realized was the less calories I eat, the faster I'll lose weight. So I started I started it very innocently, you know, you cut out soda and stuff like that, like soda, junk food, fast food, like the things that are very calorically dense, the things that have tons of calories in it, you cut those out, which I think anyone should do when they're first starting to lose weight. But then, like for me, I started cutting down even more. Like in the mornings, I've always eaten oatmeal, right? So even in the mornings back then, I would eat oatmeal, but what I would do is I would do literally one packet of the instant oats, and that's only 100 calories, and that was my whole breakfast until I would have lunch at work, because I had a set schedule, right? So I would have lunch at work, and literally all I would eat there was maybe an apple with like a little side salad, because I worked at Vaughn's, and I would eat, that's maybe about 300 calories at the most, and then maybe I would snack on like an apple or an orange throughout the day. And then for dinner, I would eat maybe like a chicken salad, or if my mom made some food, I would eat whatever she made, but very small portions. So it got to a point where I was eating only about probably 1,000 calories a day, maybe even less on some days. So it was very low, and this is when I wasn't even at my, I wasn't even at this weight, you know what I mean? I was still heavier, so I still needed more calories than I even need now. So it got to a point, it was kind of scary, like it got to a point where whenever I would go to stand up or anything, I would get dizzy, and I would just be like, what is going on? I don't understand. And I was so misinformed. I didn't understand how nutrition worked. I didn't understand that. I learned everything on my own, so everything that I had learned was basically less calories is better, and that is just not true at all. It was, oh man, I got to a point, just it was starting to get scary. I was absolutely terrified of eating. In my head, every time that it got crazy. Every time that I ate, I felt bad. In my head, I would play the game how long can I go without eating? Because that's when I feel like I'm doing a good job, is when I'm not eating. So every time that I ate, I felt like I was failing. That's exactly how it felt. Every single time I ate, it wasn't oh, I'm feeding my body. It was oh, I'm failing now, and now I need to start over again. It was getting very scary, and it wasn't healthy anymore, for sure. A quote that I really do like, but I feel like I totally, absolutely, 1000% misconstrued it and took it to an extreme is, don't live to eat, eat to live, right? I love that saying, but I took it to a point where it was eat to barely survive. Eat to barely be able to eat enough calories to where you can function. And I was I said this before, I was getting headaches. I wasn't drinking enough water still. During this time, water didn't even occur to me, so I wasn't drinking barely any water. And I was just literally every time I would look at food or like think about eating, I felt like a failure. And that's not healthy. That's not how you should really, like, food should be something that is good, like that. It should really improve your life and like let you enjoy people around you. You know, food is always gonna be around you, and you shouldn't be so afraid of it. And I understand that there's so many people that deal with this. I didn't realize how many people dealt with these problems until I've started talking about it. And that's why I love this medium that I have, YouTube, that I'm able to use this and talk to people and kind of show them, like, you know, my struggles, and hopefully help people with the same struggles that might be going through. So I was going through that, and the reason that I started eating more was literally lifting saved my life. Like I've said that before, but it did. It saved my life. It made me eat more, because when I started lifting, I was thinking, I've talked about this before, I was thinking about joining the military, and I knew that if I was gonna join the military, I was gonna have to do like pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups. I was gonna have to be a little bit stronger than I was, because I was so weak and frail at this point. So I had started, you know, going to the gym and actually lifting, and I was like, I am starving right now. And I was like, I need to eat more. I have to eat more. And then that's when YouTube saved my life too. That's when I started looking up videos on YouTube, like how to, like, I remember I kept seeing on Instagram, because like I've said before, Instagram is where I was on before. Like that's what my main social media presence was on. And I kept seeing stuff about IFWAM and flexible dieting. I was like, what is this? Like, what does this mean? I didn't know anything about it. So I went online and I started looking up on YouTube, and I started looking up like how to track your macros. What are macros? Because I had no idea. Like, what are macros? How to track them? What's a good ratio to have to build muscle? This and that. And I literally just learned it all on my own. And that is the biggest piece of advice that I have for anyone that's going through maybe like an eating struggle, or like that's like terrified of food. Is like, you just gotta be your own science experiment. I promise you, yeah. If you've been really, really low calories for a while and you bump your calories up very fast, you're gonna gain a little bit of water weight, and it's gonna be kind of scary, but you just have to get through that and understand that your body needs food to survive. And I was like so scared of everything. It was like, it's still something I deal with. You guys see this on the Feeding the Beast episodes. It's still something that is hard for me. Like, eating a burger for me is hard. Eating a slice of pizza is still something that I haven't gotten myself to really do. And I think I'm gonna do it soon, but that's another topic. But like, there's still foods that in my head I'm like, that's bad, I cannot eat that. I can't eat that, and there's no moderation for me. If I eat that, I'm gonna get fat again. Which, it's just not true. One slice of pizza is not gonna make you fat again. It's like if you follow the pizza up with another slice of pizza, and another slice, another slice, another slice, and then you drink a bunch of soda, and then that's how that happens. That's how you become obese. Is like, you don't stop. And I feel like I'm learning how to stop and say no. Like, yes, I had one burger, that's all I needed. I don't need more. Or I've had one slice of pizza, that's all I need. I don't need more. I've fulfilled the need that I had, but I'm not gonna go overboard, and I'm not gonna like totally binge on this food and like make it everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been there. I feel like a lot of you, that's why I just love you guys. I love this, and you guys have been through the same thing I have. And like, I have people in my life that have been there, but you guys have been there and are still there, some of you, and I really hope that these videos are helping you guys out. But I just want to say to anyone that might be struggling with being afraid of food and like eating like 500 calories, 1,000 calories, you gotta understand that it's a problem. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but like, it's a problem, and it's something you need to fix. It's not sustainable, and it's just something that's gonna deplete your body. It's not healthy. There's so many bad things with under eating, and if you're like I said, my struggle was a lot less worse than there's been some other people there's a lot of people that deal with like bulimia and actually like actual anorexia, where they're literally not eating for days on end. Get some help. Talk to someone. There's people out there that want to help. I'm one of them, you know. Like I said, I haven't been super extreme with it, so I mean, I've never purged or anything like that, so I don't have that much knowledge. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sure there's great channels on YouTube that are awesome for that stuff. If you guys know any channels that are like great for people that have like eating disorders, please link them down in the comments so people can get some knowledge on that and get some help, hopefully. So that's kind of my story. That's how I went from being obese to eating way too little calories, to now trying to work on my being scared of food and trying to work on and just having a healthy relationship with food. That is my #1 goal for the foreseeable future, is just to be a little bit more healthy with my relationship with food, and let it not be some terrible, like, scary thing in the distance, and like that I'm scared to even touch. I can have things. It's okay. So that's what I'm working on. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. I ended up talking way too much, so I'm not almost done with my oats or coffee, but I'll eat it after this is done. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look up my